Wow, look who's here.
And now we
Woo!
wait a little bit because some of you can see us and some of you can't. So we are trying to get everybody's attention.
Takes a moment. Let me go ahead and share this.
You're good.
He's sharing in several different places, so gonna have to give me a minute here.
You're
Groups.
good.
Let's start with the mega party first. I have to share them separately, so it's gonna take a second.
That's fine.
All
That's
right.
the most important one.
And then we're gonna share into the Grace and Grit studio. Share. We're getting there. How are you, Mary Grace? Can you believe it's Monday already?
Here
Good,
comes people popping up. Yes,
good
I am
Lord.
so incredibly like you guys are sitting there like, what are they doing? What are they doing? And I am sitting there like, look what we're doing. Look what we're doing.
I
It
just want
is
to check the faces.
absolutely amazing how
Okay.
someone like me has come so far in technology.
I'm proud of
Oh, look.
you. I'm really proud of you. I truly am. It's not an easy feat to learn any of this, and I am super proud of you. But let me check the Sparkle Soiree. Oh, look it. Listen, if you are watching us, just make sure that you let us know.
I'm not proud of
Yep,
the mess on my dining room table here.
that's okay. We're live everywhere. We're live. It's Monday. Oh my goodness. Look at all these people. So
Here
say
we
hello.
are.
Say
Thank you
hello.
for
Drop a
tuning
comment.
in.
Let
So
us
excited.
know. Let us know
I'm watching my
who invited you.
tansy, wearing my tansy and my hazy. So, guys, yeah, in the comments, tell us
Look at this.
where you live, where you're coming from. Be sure to
Hi
tag your
everyone.
stylist. So excited you're here. So
Mary Grace,
excited you're
honest
here.
to goodness, these Mondays fly around so fast. But listen, I just have to ask you this question. I mean, are you not blown away by this mega party, this sparkle soiree? It is
Oh my
just
gosh, I'm just so thrilled to have the community all around us from all across the globe.
all
It's
across the
really
globe.
it's so fun. I can hardly believe it. We had like by the time Michelle and I were done with our um, main event last night, I think there were over 3,000 comments, and it's just thank you, you guys. What would we do without you? And all the people booking shows and. But let's get right into this because I know your time is valuable, and we had invited you to the Grace and Grit studio. And just to give you a little background, very quickly, the name of our organization is Grace and Grit. It really very much describes us, in fact, especially after getting through quarantine and being able to learn to do so much online, which is absolutely delightful. But the Grace and Grit studio, every single Monday, my wonderful cohort, Janine, goes live with me. And we do pretty much a rendition of what we're about to do for you.
Great.
And as you're listening with an open mind, you may be here just to get tickets. But you know what I was thinking when I was getting ready tonight? Janine probably doesn't even look like I got ready. But when I was getting ready, I was thinking, we could change a life or two. Most people find this by accident. I found this by accident. It's been such a blessing in my life and the exact perfect career, or it's for some people, it's just a little side gig, whatever it is. It really lifts you and gives you something great. Anyway, so I was just thinking of how many lives we could change. But tonight you may listen with very open ears, but you might find yourself not ready for the information, but you might be thinking that you know someone. So please know that as part of the Grace and Grit studio, you can go in and watch that. They're in there. They're still in there, the lives from past weeks, but you can go in, invite someone to come in and help somebody else change their life. But let's get back to our normal format, which we have reduced this down to 4 questions. And every week I answer them a little bit differently. Janine
Ew.
says, yeah. But she's going to be the interviewer and she is going to ask me 4 WHY questions. And get ready to take notes because this may just tweak your interest the way it did hers and mine way back when. So, what are you going to ask me, Janine? I'm
I
totally
know.
surprised.
I like that intro. Let's change some lives. I'm super excited about this. So I'm going to ask you 4 very common questions that most people ask about what we do, and it just kind of piques interest. So this may pique your interest tonight, or it may pique an interest of somebody that you know. We ask that you listen with an open heart and you share this information. That's it. So drop in the comments where you're watching us from, and show some love to us. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to start with a very common question because it really has a lot of answers to it, but I always feel like you can break this down so easily and make it so understandable. Why direct sales, Mary Grace?
I really do love this question because I had such a bad attitude at
Mhm.
having not an understanding of what direct sales even was, and I think a lot of us live in that space, or people get ready to tell us don't do that, don't, or is that one of those pyramid schemes? We hear things like that. It's like, oh my gosh, absolutely not. I don't even really know what a pyramid scheme
Yeah.
is, but my understanding is that a bunch of people at the top make money and a bunch of people at the bottom get taken advantage of, and I don't have a single person on our team that would ever say that that had happened.
Yeah.
Everybody leaves with more than they came with when they come here. But direct sales really just does mean direct to consumer. And quite honestly, you've seen it. Some of the people in the comments that are fashion directors will attest to this. It's become a very popular way to shop because we do online and we do in person.
Right.
But either way, you have a human connection. You have somebody that's going to like pick up the phone or text you and help you. And that is kind of a lost art in retail right now. You know, when you shop online, you don't really know if there's what kind of human being is behind the scenes, or if they're going to even help you if something goes wrong. And honestly, people are just kind of done with trooping through the malls and stuff. And the malls are kind of done with carrying enough inventory. They just figure we'll go online if we see something we like in our right
Right.
sizes. So it is very neat to have that human connection. Now, I do share this story a lot because it really resonated with me and made a huge difference in my life. And there are many, many advantages to direct sales. But I do want to tell you this story about David Bach. And he
Okay.
wrote The Automatic Millionaire. And I'm always interested in reading and listening and going to classes and stuff and
Sure.
finding out more about how to make the most of our lives. And I caught this presentation from him. Oh, I bet you it was 25 years ago. And it really, I think it's really important to tell because it's such a good story. So he had figured out very quickly, or in a quick way, quick, efficient way, consistent way, how normal human beings like you and me, some people might argue that I'm not that normal,
Just
but
kidding. That's
normal
true. You
human
fit
beings,
that category.
not, yes, not people with trust funds, not people that were born into money, whatever, but how normal, everyday human beings could become millionaires in a very short time should they implement the power of investing and like expounding and exponential growth. Okay. So he came up with a strategy whereby investing $300 to $500 a month, people could become millionaires in a short time. I want to say like a decade or less. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, what came to his attention very quickly as he went to present this plan to people is how they turned him right off. They laughed at him even. They looked at him like he was crazy. And he said he realized that we had a way bigger problem than becoming millionaires. And that was that 99.9% of the people that he met, they weren't living paycheck to paycheck, you guys. They were living beyond paycheck to paycheck. And you may be out there knowing this feeling and you are not alone, but it's like they had more bills than they did money. And at the end of every money, I'm not at the end of money,
And
at the
everybody.
end of every month, more went on a credit card than went to pay down debt. And they're like, if we had an extra $300 to $500 a month, it will go into our emergency fund or our special vacation fund or whatever. So then he said, okay, then he's like, now I'm on a mission. This is how he talks, and he goes, I have to figure out how to help these people make an extra $300 to $500 a month because I happen to know what a big difference this is going to make in their life. And he realized that in order to do that, they were going to have to make huge sacrifices and honestly, just very big life changes. Okay. I don't have to go into them. Some of you are realizing what they would be. Maybe a stay at home mom goes back to work, blah, blah. Somebody has to move, whatever. And he goes, and just like this, he goes, and that's when I discovered direct sales. And he goes, oh, and he's like, it's absolutely perfect because you get to decide when you're going to work. So there's not someone telling me you have to be in at these hours. Okay. You get to decide how much you want to make. You truly do. You get to decide where you want to work from in today's world. You get to decide how you want to work on a computer, from a home. So it really is like the guiding star, like the American dream, the most wonderful thing in the whole entire world, where you can bring in extra income at a level in a lifestyle choice that is very comfortable for you. Now, my answer to every question is not this long, but I get really excited about that one. Yeah, I do.
Well, I like how you said that because you're basically saying the power's in your hands when it comes to direct sales, and you explain what direct sales is. So that's great. So how does jewelry fit into this? Why jewelry?
Yeah, so you guys, you have different choices. I mean, I wanted to check out my different choices, Janine and myself, and also many of those leaders that you heard speak. We used to be with other companies, and to my knowledge, Park Lane is the only direct sales company that works like other companies and recognizes experience. So it's we've been in, we've had all this experience from another company. We'll bring people over at a level that's commensurate with their experience and their pay. So just kind of put that in the back of your mind. But I didn't sell jewelry before. Janine didn't sell jewelry before. And I will totally admit that again, I'm this normal average person who thinks how most people think. And I'm like, who would sell jewelry? Now, none of you in the mega party probably think that because you obviously love jewelry. I just didn't know a lot about it. Well, I'm going to tell you a story really quick because it really made an impression on me. And it's actually about the Levine family. We are a family owned company, and they started the company in 1955. This 16 and 18-year-old couple were ready to start their business. They
Amazing.
decided they wanted to do the direct sales model for actually um, smart reasons, like using other people's living rooms as their showroom,
Right.
but also because they wanted to be able to create wealth for other families, not just their own. And here we are 3 generations later, right? Creating wealth for our families.
Yeah.
What they didn't know was what product they wanted to represent. And they were so smart because they hired consulting companies, not just one, but 3. They hired 3 separate consulting companies, none of which knew the others had been hired. Okay. And they said to these consultants, they said, listen, guys or girls, probably guys in that day,
Copy, guys.
go out into it's another thing the Levines wanted to change, but they said, go out into the world, do your homework, and come back and tell us your 3 top product recommendations and be ready to defend your answers. Now, the Levines were very sure it was going to be some kind of home product. All 3 across the board, you guys came back with jewelry as number 1. And they're like, okay, defend your answers. Okay. So all their other choices varied, but jewelry across. Now listen to all this. This is what I should have known way back in the day when I just whatever. Okay, let's think about the market. All right, the market is huge. Every single type of person, every age, every demographic, anything you can think of accessorizes, right? So jewelry is an open market. Okay, so there's all kinds of people that we can sell jewelry to, which is absolutely wonderful. It withstands the test of time. You can watch the oldest movie or a movie set in ancient times, and there's ornamentation, there's jewelry. Accessories have been around for forever, okay? And the forecasts show that it's going to go up in upcoming years and beyond. Doesn't show any sign of slowing down. Accessorizing, everybody's all about it. Top 3 gifts in the world: candy, flowers, jewelry. Okay. We're the only one that withstands the test of time because jewelry and flowers don't last, and jewelry has like an emotional connection. Now, those are really, really great things, but also from a fashion director standpoint, which is what you are perhaps thinking about becoming. We hope. It's very efficient to store, very inexpensive to store, very inexpensive to ship. Park Lane does most of our shipping, but if we do have to throw something in an envelope, no big deal. Okay. People wear our product. You guys are going to be wearing our product. We're giving away so much jewelry. You're going to be wearing so many pieces of jewelry. Do you know what happens aside from us making you very happy? People compliment you on it. People make conversation about it. And what do? You tell them about wonderful Park Lane. And what does that do for us? Yay. So like people wear our product, we wear our product, brings it all back to us. And it is a feel good item, which absolutely delights me because people do get compliments and it's conversation starter. So there are a lot of positives about selling jewelry. A lot.
I've always loved the fact that the Levines did their research prior to ever doing this. That is something you and I both didn't know.
No, we just went to a party and thought that looks fun. one, I think I'll do
Really,
that.
that
And
looks
then,
cool. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's neat to know that there was research and development done by this, and quite honestly, because they've been around since 1955 and we're the number one direct selling jewelry company in the world, they obviously did well with the
yes.
research that they did. So now that you told us what direct sales is, and you also talk about why jewelry fits into that so well, how does Park Lane fit that niche? Like, why Park Lane?
So there are other direct sales jewelry
Mhm.
company, jewelry companies, and you just you just put something out there that is so true, is that we're the number one direct sales company in the world, jewelry company in the world, which is
Proud of
great. We're cash rich, we're debt free. We've been around since 1955, and yet we're changing things up all the time. So I always say it's like having the security of a cash rich, secure company, but the newness of a startup company, because you guys would admit it. In fact, put it in the comments if you really had never heard of Park Lane until the person that invited you to this introduced you to it. I mean, how does that happen? We're just the best kept secret. So there's a lot of advantages. I like to share my own story again because I had smartened up and as far as how I made decisions by the time that I had been with my other company for 12 years, and I had worked myself up as one of their top income earners. Now, when I the same week that I was having concerns about the company's future, and rightly so, as it turned out, I had a call from Park Lane
Hmm.
and I had a call from another jewelry company. And of course, I'm not going to name names, and I think so highly of all of them. However, I'm going to tell you when I was given the choice of one or the other, why I chose Park Lane. And now, since that time, I've been here 13, 14 years and I've lived it and I've made the absolute right decision. But one is we are the biggest, okay? The cash rich and the debt free. That not only makes us feel very comfortable that we're going to get paid every week and we get paid every week, but it also gives us buying power so that like we're very often the first jewelry house to have all of
Right?
the stones or whatever, right? So all super cool stuff. All of that is super cool stuff. We're one of the things is almost every other jewelry company has a niche market. Okay. And as soon as I start saying, I'm not gonna say names, but when I start saying it, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. Maybe they're all pearls. Maybe
Mhm.
they're all Swarovski crystals. Maybe they're all silver. Maybe they're all just trendy jewelry boutique style. Okay. What does that do? That limits your market. They have absolutely gorgeous things, but I love that we have that expansive inventory that appeals to absolutely every kind of person in the world. And my customers have said that to me. Again, the longevity and the programs. I mean, it really comes
Oh,
down to the programs, you guys.
they're
And I thought,
fantastic.
whoever I work with, I want to be able to knowingly in my head and heart say, I'm representing the best deal out there. And I couldn't say that after doing my research, but I can say that with Park Lane. Now, you guys are experiencing one of our customer sales. Honestly, they're ridiculous, you guys. And
Insane.
other people would copy them if they could afford to, but they can't. But we can because we've been around since 1955, just did such a great job with our money. So the customer sale. Now, again, I'm getting a little, just really giving you some insider information. But as a fashion stylist, it is delightful to us that it is so easy to remember and repeat.
Mhm.
So you guys have probably done it yourselves. And we thank you for it. You're like, no, wait, no, wait. Don't just look at the book. Wait till you hear the sale, right? This is
Buy two, get four.
amazing
Buy
for
two,
us.
get
You're
four.
proud of
Yeah.
it. We're proud of it. We can't wait to
Yes.
get that out there, right? Okay, we also have the hostess program, which when you have a little get together, regardless of how you decide to construct it or put people together, we give free stuff per order.
Right.
So it's that your friend could maybe not, I sometimes would get like, oh, my friends can never buy anything. It's like they could get a little $20 thing and you would still get $20 free. When we get to 10 orders, we double it. This is huge, you guys, because I can let, okay, Janine, pretend like you don't know anything. Well, don't pretend. You really don't know that much. Okay, so I look at you and I go,
Sure.
now, Janine, don't you think between the two of us, I'm not saying you have to, but don't you think between the two of us, we could collect 10 $30 orders?
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay. So I do. I have people like out there with the catalogs and their website all the time, just collecting orders for me. Okay.
Mhm.
30 times 10 is $300.
Right.
So when we collect 10 $30 orders together, that's a $300 sale for Park Lane and for me. And yet you as the hostess are going to get 40 times 10,
Right.
$400 in free jewelry. And that's
Insane.
just the beginning. There's all these other categories to add to that. It's kind of insane. So how fun is it for us to be able to offer that? And again, Please roll back to what I said earlier about people wearing our jewelry. Do we want people out there wearing one necklace or different jewelry every day, right? Okay.
Right.
And then, of course, if we're going to have the best customer program, if we're going to have the best hostess program, we have the best profit program. We are the highest paid stylists in the direct sales industry, not stylists, people in the direct sales industry. Other companies had to raise their minimums in order to just match us. 1955, we started at 30%. The company that I was with before, I think we were 20% commission, right? So we start at 30, people go all the way up to 50. And that's just the beginning, because the weekly bonuses and the monthly, quarterly bonuses that we get, it's absolutely crazy. Not to mention all the non-monetary perks, like we can earn up to $1,000 a month in free jewelry. That's our jewelry. We can sell it for 100% profit if we want to, right? Got all our Christmas shopping done for free. Okay, we have trips. We have 2 trips a year. We have cars. It's like anything that would entice you. We lead with the fish.
Incentive.
With the
It's
fishing
incentive
rod,
based.
right?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
something I too often neglect to say because we're so used to it. You guys, we don't have any minimums. You do it as little or as much as you want. They feel super strongly about that. It's like, it's not your own business if we tell you you have to do a certain amount.
Right.
So I literally have had individuals on our team that have like had a baby or had a sick parent or they're themselves sick and they just can't do it for a few months. They come back at the very same title with the very same profit program that they left with. There's no like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. There's no stress. So it truly is your own business that you do with what you wish. And obviously I could go on and on. I think I'm probably over time as it is, but sometimes I just feel like some of this stuff is like so important.
Not just important, but I think that we're passionate about it. It's something that we're passionate about because we want to share that, there really is a fit here for everyone.
It's the answer. Like
My
daughter, when my daughter, of course, was selling and she said, Mom, she said, in the first 3 months, she goes, I paid off my dining set.
Mhm.
I paid off, I'm not going to even remember all the big things, a washer and dryer. She was just starting her life, She goes, nobody can ever take that away from me.
Mhm.
If I even decide not to do this anymore, nobody can ever take that away from me. So I love that about direct sales.
It's fantastic. And, that's a good segue into the last question I always ask you because, it's summer. Okay. And, people think, oh, I don't know, because everyone always questions the why. So why is now the perfect time?
Okay. So my little delightful ones, my gentle readers that I've just like connected with through this whole process. One of the things I want you to take out of this is a life lesson that I learned, and I'm very quick to share it with all of the people that work with me, is successful people don't overthink things.
Yeah.
Successful people lean in. We can make ourselves crazy wondering about, but what if? But what if? And my delightful, wonderful husband, I will always be so grateful to him because I looked at him and I said, what if I don't get any shows? What if nobody wants to buy? And he, in his very wise way, said, well, I'll tell you what. And I waited for the answer patiently. And he said, if you don't try this, nobody will have any shows and no one will ever buy anything. And I thought, oh my gosh, you're right. And so I understand all those feelings, but now is the time because you're excited right now. And we are just a really fun, uplifting group to work with. And it's just the place to be. You will leave with more than you came with. Now, that being said, okay, that being said, it is a wonderful time, wonderful, perfect time to start. First of all, because I think this is the last week we're offering it, but we are going to do a kit for you worth $600. You get to choose $600 worth of jewelry for $99. The $99 is an immediate write-off, okay? When you have your launch show, or it could be online, you could do whatever, and the person that invited you to this mega party does this show for you, they don't get paid, you do. And you also get all of the hostess benefits to add to that jewelry. So when you get paid on that show, you just exceeded the $99 by a lot. Okay. So it really is a no cost startup fee. The $99 covers everything you need in order to have a successful business. So you get your own personal website, you get access to the office. You can take people's credit cards and there's no fees or anything. Like the list is endless. So it's just everything you need. You try to start a business for $99. Now, in addition to that, a lot of you already know this because you're regulars, but we come out with a fall line in just like, what is it, July 9th?
Yeah.
Okay. So don't wait for that. Do not wait for that. Get everybody over to your side as their rep and then be part of the excitement when they launch the new line. That is
Yeah.
such a smart way to do this. And everything else will work out because you do make your own hours. So maybe right now you just want to do it a tiny little bit. You just want to kind of learn the ropes a little bit. And then when you retire, you want to like fully jump in. It doesn't matter how you want to go about this, but you are at a really good place at a really good time with a really amazing organization with hundreds of years of experience here and ready to catch you. We will not let you fall, and we would be thrilled to death.
I'm dropping in the Google form.
Okay.
But
Yes.
I think because this is a special thing, this is within the mega party and everything, that it's important to just note, if you want to sign up for the $99, you definitely want to talk to your stylist, get that 600 in jewelry, but you also want to make sure to have that starter show, that decider show, that opening of your business. I just want you to just touch on how important that is, Mary Grace.
Oh my gosh, yes, because this is our way of letting everybody know that, it's kind of like if I had a Starbucks and you decided to open a Starbucks next door. I would close my Starbucks, go over to your Starbucks, do all the prep work, and any customer that came in because they couldn't go in my store that day because I was at yours, they would all be your customers. So it's just a way for us to pass the torch, give the word, regardless of how much or how little you want to do it. It's just a super smart way to get immediate income too. It's really smart.
It's really
Now,
the only thing we ask of you. I mean, we'll give you the $600 in jewelry for $99, but we want you to start your business that way. And why is it important for them to fill out the questionnaire, the Google questionnaire?
well, the Google form is because, and again, if you send people over to the Grace and Grit studio for the future, whenever anybody comes and listens, they fill out a Google form, they have a chance to win free jewelry. I curate it to your taste. I'll wait for the new jewelry so that you can get some new stuff. That'd be kind of fun. So that's why you do the Google form. Now I am doing one more thing.
Oh.
And as part of this mega party, I myself, now Park Lane's not doing this, Mary Grace Lewandowski is doing this. I will sponsor 5 kits. So I will take $500 basically, and I will invest it back into 5 people. I mean, I know there's people, I mean, really the $99 to get what you're going to get is absolutely nothing, but there's still people out there that are dubious. I want to take away that fear for you. So that is my offer. And again, we'll do a drawing. We're going to have to do another thread where the salespeople will put in what individuals have decided to have a get together or show online or in person and change it into their first, business.
So say yes, talk to your stylist, choose your decider party, choose your opening, your business launch, and we will put your name on the Sparkle Soiree in our wonderful mega party. We will put your name there, and Mary Grace will choose 5 names. 5 people will be granted a free kit from her. So you will not only have the party, get to be able to choose all the host benefits and get paid on it. Mary Grace will pay for that kit. Thank you so much, Mary Grace.
I just hate to let people not take advantage of such an amazing opportunity.
I'm going to drop the Google form one more time because people are asking for it. I've dropped it in here twice, but I'm going to drop it a 3rd time.
And when we get off here, or one of the leaders that is able to post, if you would be good enough to post it at the top and pin it for a little bit just so they can see it, I would appreciate that.
I'm going to do that in the Sparkle Soiree right now. Okay, so I will post the Google form and pin it. Mary Grace, thank you so much. We went a little long tonight, but that's okay. So we're here every Monday night. If you have somebody that you think should hear this, we'd love to have you over in our Grace and Grit studio. We have a business page called Grace and Grit Studio, and we have a great little group called Grace and Grit Studio. We're live at 7 Eastern, 6 Central every single Monday night for the free jewelry call. And we'd love to have you back. Mary Grace, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And thank all of you so much for tuning in. This is life changing
Changing.
stuff. Thanks for being willing to listen. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next mega party.
Oh my goodness.
Saying I know I'm doing something. Okay.
No, you know what? You'll see them because you're going to be announcing the winners real
I'm giving
soon.
away
So,
stuff. I'm giving away prizes. Bye, everybody. Thanks again. We love you.
bye.